Here are some of the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Quinn's Jockey Cap Country Store, your local stop for gas, coffee, lottery tickets, and more on Route 302 in Freiburg. Western Maine Glass on Bridgeton Road in Freiburg, your hometown full-service auto and home glass shop. North Country Dental, with offices in North Conway and Gorham, we'd love to make your smile. The Bike Shop on the North-South Road in North Conway, new and used bicycle sales and service. Fiesta Jalisco Mexican Restaurant, a family restaurant on Route 16 in North Conway, Mexican specialties to eat in or take out. North Country Fair Jewelers, celebrating our 57th year as full-service jewelers on Main Street in North Conway. Intervale Stove Shop, a soft tub, hearth, and HVAC showroom on Route 16 in Intervale. Come home to comfort. Field Electric on Lovell Road in Freiburg. Full-service electrical contractors, including Generac generators and Mitsubishi heat pumps. White Mountain Overhead Doors, 183 Bridgeton Road in Freiburg. Garage door sales, service, and installation. Mount Washington Valley Customs, full-service repairs and pre-owned car and truck sales at 545 Eastman Road in Redstone. Cheese Louise, serving artisan grilled cheese sandwiches with a side of genuine hospitality that'll make you feel right at home. Atlantic Pool and Spa on Route 16 in North Conway, pools, saunas, and hot tubs, sales, and service. Chalmers Insurance Group, your local choice for trusted advice and sound coverage. Visit us at one of our local offices or online at chalmersinsurancegroup.com. Milford Flooring, just a mile north of North Conway Village on Route 16 and 302 in Intervale, specializing in flooring products and installation. True North Veterinary Hospital on Route 302 in Bartlett, reminding you to make sure your pets are protected from fleas and ticks this and every season, and sponsoring the David Doc Walker Scholarship Fund. Delaney's Hole in the Wall Restaurant and Sports Tavern, Route 16 in North Conway, and at delaneys.com. Hastings Law Office, 376 Main Street in Freiburg, celebrating over 175 years of providing principled legal services. Country Cabinets, etc., your kitchen and bath source for the Mount Washington Valley, on the East Conway Road and on the web at countrykabinetsetc.com. White Mountain Oil and Propane, 2820 White Mountain Highway in North Conway. Always there for you. Badger, Peabody, and Smith Realty, with local offices in North Conway and Jackson, and on the web at badgerpeabodysmith.com. Service you deserve, people you trust. Napa MWV, your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores at 738 Eastman Road in Redstone and 285 Main Street in Freiburg. The Country Picker, the trusted name for moving and storage solutions. Call 603-447-3200. Flatbread Company, serving up wood-fired pizzas in North Conway since 2001. And now at their new and improved location on Route 16 next to Delaney's Hole in the Wall. Here are some of the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Osgood's Engine and Automotive, 330 Bridgeton Road in Freiburg, specializing in all outdoor equipment and automotive repairs. Knapp's Pest Control, a full-service Maine pest control company licensed to treat for all kinds of insects and wildlife. The Lobster Trap Restaurant, seafood, steaks, Italian, on West Side Road in North Conway. Mount Washington Valley Vision, providing complete eye care services at 486 White Mountain Highway in Conway. We bring vision to life. Nestor's Kitchen and Bath, cabinets, counters, installations, and design. Find us on Route 16 in Intervale and at nestorskitchenandbath.com. Craig L. Holden, attorney at law, with offices at 1107 Main Street in Freiburg. The Met, Coffee House and Fine Art Gallery in North Conway Village and Settlers Green. Meet at the Met. Cathedral Ledge Medical Associates, primary, pain, and urgent care at their new location, 53 Technology Lane, Suite 105. The doctor will see you now. Conway Scenic Railroad in North Conway Village, offering a variety of heritage railroad excursions the whole family will enjoy. Conway Stove Company and the Chimney Man on Route 16 in Conway. The higher the chimney, the closer we are to heaven. Vino's Specialty Foods and Meats, a family-owned butcher shop with fresh-cut meats and gourmet to go on Route 16 in North Conway. Minuteman Press in North Conway and on the web at ncmmp.com. Settlers Green in North Conway. Value shopping, and so much more. North Conway Incinerator Service on Horseshoe Drive in Center Conway, celebrating more than 45 years of business in the Mount Washington Valley. Bee's Cafe, open Thursday through Monday and serving breakfast and lunch all day in the Conway Marketplace. Diesel Works, heavy equipment, truck repair, bad boy mowers, and Fisher plows on East Conway Road in Center Conway. Profile Subaru on Route 16 in Conway. We'll give you more than a better deal. We'll give you a better dealer. Domino's in North Conway and Berlin. Much more than just pizza, and now hiring. Visit jobs.domino's.com for more information. Infinger Insurance, home, auto, and business insurance, with offices at 1205 Eastman Road in North Conway. Freiburg Dental Center on Portland Street in Freiburg, striving to serve our community with pride, integrity, and excellence. Ryan Mahan and Saco Valley Real Estate. Freiburg Raiders, play hard, and the community stands behind you. Progressive Auto Works on Route 302 in Glen, specializing in foreign car service for over 25 years. Flatbread Company, serving up wood-fired pizzas in North Conway since 2001, and now at their new and improved location on Route 16 next to Delaney's Hole in the Wall.
try on the stop for Cony. Pass is incomplete. Ted Carter, the intended receiver. Bring up a 3rd and 15 for Freiburg. Freiburg takes its second timeout. Headed for Robbie Hazelwood. Ethan Demmons on the coverage for Cony. 4th down.
Don't jump here, Greg!
Freiburg takes its 3rd timeout in the first half. Calhoun is the intended receiver. Playing a play on the coverage of Cony. Rams will take over on downs with 8:22 remaining in our first half. Freiburg 29-yard line. Here's Noise on the carry. Charlie Scott in on that stop for Freiburg. He's escorted out of bounds by Charlie Scott. Not before he picks up another Cony first down. Anderson Noise on the carry. Charlie Scott on the stop once again for Freiburg. Rams pick is up and good. And with 6:32 remaining in the first half, Cony extends its lead, 14-0. Could we have Mr. Sampson to the booth, please? Mr. Todd Sampson to the booth, please. Hazelwood on the return. Hazelwood being pushed out of bounds by Caden Vayu. Freiburg Academy will take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Delay of game against Freiburg. Cony will take over first and 10 on the Freiburg 37-yard line. There's some noise on the carry. Nathan Chandler on the stop. For Freiburg, there's a flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Freiburg. Cony will have a first down at the 19-yard line. And there's some noise on the carry. Touchdown Rams. So the Rams kick is up and it is good. With 5:02 remaining in our first half. Scores Cony 21, Freiburg nothing. kick will go out of bounds. Freiburg Academy will take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Big value on the stop. Costanza on that last carry for the Raiders.
All right, Rick West and Buddy Sargent with you here at Edward Little High School. Where the Cony Rams and the Freiburg Raiders are into the second quarter with 4:16 left. It is 21-0 for Cony at the moment. We are picking up from some really serious technical problems here in the booth. And not quite sure what it is. Where the production team back at the studio is trying to solve the problem. But, Buddy, you've been watching this game more than I have as I've been trying to solve this problem. Clearly, Freiburg, is playing better than they did the last time Cony and Freiburg met, but still, Cony is dominating.
Cony had the ball first and scored on a 9-play drive with Lauren rolling in from the 11.
It's going to take me a minute to pick up on the play-by-play.
After Lauren rolled in from the 11, going on up 7-0. Then Freiburg played a game that not many teams have. They kept the ball for nearly 7.5 minutes through the end of the first into the second, trying to limit Cony's possessions of the ball. At that point, Freiburg turned the ball over on downs at the 28 with 8:22 to go in the period.
All right, where it's just about set here. As I say, it's going to take me a minute. Freiburg punting. Good boot. That is going to drive Hooper Clark all the way back to about the 18-yard line. Clark heads for the sidelines where he is pulled down, but we've got a flag on the near side here at the 35. Wait to see what that flag is. Usually that's an offensive or a receiving team penalty, but we'll see what happens. We are still working trying to get this game live, and either way, we will get this on in its entirety. It just may not go live. That's the nature of technology today. Sometimes streaming just falls apart when you least expect it to. One of those nobody's fault things, but a physical, technical issue. Oh. And it is against Cony, so that's going to move the ball back.
Personal foul.
Yep. It's going to move the ball back to, we're going to see where they are actually going to mark this one. Looks like it's going to be right on the 15. So Cony's got the bulk of the field to go here, but Freiburg obviously needs a defensive stop and to get the ball back. Something to get them psyched up and going.
Cony's twins right, single left.
Handoff. Didn't go quite around end, but found a hole and goes all the way out to about the 26-yard line. Nice little run there, and it's a first down.
That run was with Noise over the left side with the tackle kicking that block out and allowing him to get up inside.
Cony quickly coming to the line. Clean snap. Morin, hands off. And again, very close to a first down here.
Rick, I think Cony's found something on that left side they think they can exploit.
It certainly looks that way because they are working that left side solidly. I think Cony called 2 plays in that huddle right there. Morin, again, handoff, and again to the left. That was Noise, and this time he didn't get much, if anything. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
With 3rd and 1, that opens up plenty of opportunity for Coach Lippert and the Rams because they obviously are known to go in 2-down territory regardless of where they are on the field, just based on their offensive prowess. Looks like the officials are measuring at this point. Pulling the chains tight.
Yep. Looks like they may have it. Or are they going to be just short?
Looks like Cony's the length of a football for a first down.
Yep.
You might see Cony come out in a complete spread, Twins left and right, or they may stack it. They have both options available because of this short distance.
Cony's offensive line is a little bit bigger, a little bit solider than Freiburg's D-line. It's been a problem for the Raiders most of the season, matching lines with some of these teams. Right into the middle and finding a big, big hole and getting away is Noise. Noise down the sidelines, and he is going to be hauled out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. They needed a yard. They got about 40.
I believe that might be Colby.
Was it? And there is a flag on the play. Was it Colton Colby? Thought it was 21, but I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last.
Well, there's that drive killer.
Yes. Not only does it kill the drive, it makes the first down that much more difficult to get. Now, that's something that I assume has not been a huge bugaboo for Cony all year is penalties. Have they been a clean team when it comes to not giving up yardage against themselves?
They have been. They've been very opportunistic on when they have them in that opportunity. But right here, Coach Lippert is talking to the official more than the players. He wants to know exactly what happened and from the spot of the ball where it's going to be.
Understandable.
Rick, this is a senior-laden Cony team. These kids were baptized by fire back when they were sophomores, when that particular senior class had an unfortunate series of injuries in one particular game. So they were thrust into playing as sophomores, and they've done really well. They played in the conference championship that year, just missed it last year, and they feel like they've got some unfinished business here. And running at this point 21-zip, I think they're in good shape. They obviously, and watching what Freiburg's done the last couple of weeks, a much improved team from where they were in the middle of the season.
Very much so the case. I believe at halftime when we were at Cony, I believe they had 40 points. So, yes, Freiburg is clearly playing this better, but Cony is still demonstrating that they are a very, very difficult opponent down on the field.
The time of possession game was a good move on Freiburg's part to try to limit the touches that Cony gets.
Quick reverse.
Demons.
This is Demons, yep. And Demmons finds a big hole on the sidelines, and he is going to pick up that first down after it being 3rd and 6.
Demmons is one of the athletes on the Cony team that also has run track in the past. Very quick, both laterally and vertically. And that was a reverse that you don't see a whole lot of razzle-dazzle from Cony. They're
No,
more
that
of a
surprised me.
Come on. Incomplete pass. Marwin looking. Forced to his right, throwing deep down the sidelines, incomplete.
2nd and 10. With 1:09 left here in the first half, the Raiders really need to find some way to keep Cony off the boards and come out thinking, okay, we're just 3 TDs down. Cony scores on this drive. The Raiders are in deep trouble. And right up the middle, nothing there.
The Raiders will have the ball coming out to start the second half, so that's going to, this stopping on this drive may give them a boost. With the clock running, I would look for Coach Lippert to give it one shot and then try to get out of the half where we stand.
Raiders and Rams to the line, and we've got a timeout, and it's going to be a Cony timeout because Freiburg is out of their timeouts. They used them all rather aggressively, I thought, but I wasn't being able to pay close attention because I was trying to work with the producer back in the studio. But it did seem to me like Freiburg was using timeouts excessively.
Well, the situation with Freiburg was the delay of game call. They had one during that initial drive of theirs, and then they had to use 2 timeouts to prevent that from happening. I don't know if it was indecision on the play coming in from the sidelines or whether they saw something that caused that indecision. But that was the cause of having to use all 3 timeouts in that first and second quarter. I think if you're Cony here, you may take a shot. The reason that he took
Why
the timeout.
not? Makes perfect sense.
Looks like Freiburg's playing down this straight up.
Yep. Morin, handoff. That was noised into the line, picked up a couple. It's going to be 4th down. And it looks like they're just going to let this run out. But
we're under the 40-second clock, so. A good first half of football, Rick. I think Freiburg might feel a little bit better than they did the last time these two teams played, being down 21-0, but they certainly have their hands full.
Clearly. And clock does stop at 2.5 seconds. A little bit surprised that they didn't let that run through.
That's very interesting. I thought when we started the last this play that we were under 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But Coach Lippert must have seen something that he just wasn't comfortable with.
Now, with 2.5 seconds left, it seems to me that this is an opportunity to just take a long shot downfield. Why not?
I think with the momentum, it just feels like maybe he feels it's shifted and doesn't want to give anything to Freiburg to start the third quarter with. May go into a situation of a down, but he's not in a victory situation,
nope.
So he may be taking a shot.
Morin, only player, and he is. He's going to look downfield. Lets it go. And it is complete And
Demons.
down at the 22-yard line, time has run out. But he did take the shot, and, if receiver could have gotten free, that would have been trouble for sure.
I think you saw the nature of Parker Moran's arm. That's 40-plus yards in the air with that. And I think we're into an entertaining second half. So to start the half, we've got Cony 21, Freiburg nothing. I'll do a quick recap of the scoring initially that we weren't able to bring to you. Cony's second offensive drive resulted with a touchdown with a bubble screen for 12 yards to Demons. And then Freiburg's subsequent possession, they came out and threw an interception. Turned the ball over to Cony on the 40-yard line. And we talked about it earlier. That's one of the reasons you don't want to do is give them a second or third opportunity. They then went in and took it up, aided by a penalty, unsportsmanlike from Freiburg in that drive. But then they had a middle or bubble screen from 18 yards to Noyes for the touchdown. And that was the scoring.
That's where we are. So we're going to take a break here.
Here are some of the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Trumbull's Hardware, your one-stop hardware store on Portland Street in Freiburg. Legal Eagles, an independent paralegal service company focusing on divorce, parenting matters, wills, powers of attorney, and probate filings. Alvio's Pizzeria, an Italian marketplace. On Route 16 in North Conway, free delivery, you ring it, we bring it. J&J Floor Covering on Route 302 in Redstone. Quality you can stand on. White Mountain Stove Shop. On Route 16 in Conway, we put fire in its place. Merlino's Steakhouse, since 1967 on the Route 16 Strip in North Conway. White Mountains Community College, with a main campus in Berlin and an academic center in Littleton. NCD Skin, part of North Country Dental in North Conway and Gorham. The right touch of health, beauty, and science. Gamwell, Caputo, Kelch & Company. Since 1970, a fixture in the Mount Washington Valley providing dependable tax and accounting services. Blackcap Grill in Settlers Crossing, right between LL Bean and REI. Come hungry, bring a friend. Northeast Auto Body on Route 302 in Redstone, with over 45 years serving the Mount Washington Valley. Lake Region Safe Storage, offering online and in-person storage rentals, keypad access and security cameras in Freiburg and Lovell. Porter Office Machines Corporation on Route 16 in North Conway, serving the Mount Washington Valley for 65 years. Big Dave's Bagels and Deli, winner of the best bagels in the state of New Hampshire 8 years running in the WMUR TV Viewers' Choice Poll. Johnson's Auto Care, your local full-service repair and tire facility on Route 302 in North Conway. Lake Region Energy, 389 Portland Street in Freiburg, the service people. Diane Rio State Farm Insurance on Route 16 in Conway. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Silver Lake Home Center, a full-service home center on Route 113 in Silver Lake. American-made, American values. Luchador Tacos on the Strip in North Conway. Fresh Californian Mexican-style food made to order with vegan and gluten-free options available. Saco River Medical Group in Conway Village, providing both primary care and walk-in care for over 25 years. Pinkham Real Estate, Mount Washington Valley's independent local experts, leading you home since 1963 and proud to sponsor our local student athletes. The Lobster Trap Restaurant on West Side Road in North Conway. Since 1982, the Cuccio family has been serving up traditional seafood and Italian specialties, including the Italian seafood platter, a favorite for over 25 years. The Lobster Trap also features fresh-cut sirloin steaks. They're open daily for lunch and dinner, with a takeout menu as well as early bird and daily specials. And the Lobster Trap is owned and operated by Kennett alumni, proud to sponsor our local student athletes.
All right, third quarter getting underway here.
3 and out. Freiburg 3 and out. Freiburg 3 and out. 3 and out.
All right, Freiburg was 3 and out, and Cony's at it again as Demons goes down the sidelines. Feliz knocked him out. And 10:55 left here in the third. We are still working on the technical problem. It is an absolute mystery to the producer and everyone else. It should be functioning, and it's not. Noise carries. Picks up about 6. Boone on the stop.
In reference to Freiburg's first series, they came out, did a quick toss, lost 2 yards, had a deflected pass at the line, made it about a 3rd and 12 where it was incomplete, forced to punt, and the punt was nearly blocked.
So 2nd and 4, quick out. This is to Hankey, and Hankey picks up the first down. And now it seems like Cony's starting to get that momentum that if you've watched them play this year, once they start getting rolling, they're just very difficult to stop because they have so many different weapons, inside, outside, long, short.
Cony runs that bubble screen or two-man screen as well as anyone, run it almost like a pitch. It's so quick to happen. And then the receiver has an option of either splitting in or splitting out, depending on what the defense is doing. And if there's a good solid block, that can go for big yards.
Cony breaks huddle, brings it up. Good snap. And incomplete. Morin out to, who was that out there deep?
Looks like Norris.
That's what I thought.
Morin didn't look comfortable on that throw. Had some pressure up the middle that time, couldn't set his feet and step forward the way he likes to, and I think that caused that throw to be a little bit off center, if you will. This is the first time I've seen the Freiburg defensive line get a center push on Morin.
So 2nd and 10. Morin, quick handoff, and nothing there. Chandler was there for the Raiders.
That's an inside trap that had worked well early in the second quarter, but looks like Freiburg was ready for it at that point.
So now it is 3rd and 9. They did get a yard out of that.
Trips right. Center screen.
Back.
Oh, well read.
Very well read. Received nicely right where he should be was Noise, but he had no place to go and too many white bodies around him.
That was the play that went for 41 in the second quarter, so well read by the group from Freiburg.
So a loss of 3 on the play, and it is 4th down. But you're in 4th down territory. Certainly something that's changed in high school football in the last 40 or 50 years is the 4-down territory distance. That is Parker Morin. Let's it go. Incomplete at the 10. He had an open man, Bud, but just couldn't hold on.
Cold night. Ball hitting right where it should have hit him, right in the hands. Cony's only punted a total of 3 times this year, so that 4-down territory is pretty much whenever they need to.
Well, it seems that, their offense is so good, they're always going to be probably in 4-down territory, so they're going to be utilizing that.
They also have been comfortable in the defensive side, and the fact they've only given up just a shade over 10 points a game all year. So I think they're comfortable in knowing that if they get themselves in a bad situation, they certainly can rely on their defense to get them out.
So Freiburg takes over, 1st and 10 at their own 34.
Oh.
And almost picked off for 6 as Benny Arneson comes in at quarterback and lets one go. And there was a lot more red shirt there than there was white shirt.
16. Number 16 for Cony.
That would be Landon Perry that broke that up.
That's a play that Cony had well defensed. Perry came up looking to pick that for 6.
It was very close to being that pick 6. Arneson looking, throwing, and incomplete. But we got a flag. I think we're going to see some defensive pass interference here. And that took place right at the 50-yard line.
There was an awful lot of hand checking by both players on that. The official was right there on top of the play, so he's got the bird's eye view of it.
Yep. So that is going to move the ball up to the Freiburg 49-yard line, where they will have a first down. Of course, it's not spotted the foul in high school. It is a 15-yarder.
That is correct.
Though in this case, 15 yards was very close to the spot of the foul. And nothing doing there. Arneson hands off. Mika Stanza, who's been used quite heavily in this game, number 4.
Caden Vayu blew that play up with his penetration in the middle. Caden's had a really solid campaign. He's up in the 50-plus range for tackles, and I think he saw that play develop.
Raiders 2nd and 10. Spread the field wide. Ball on the ground briefly. And that's Ted Carter on the completion. And Carter's going to struggle forward for the first down. He might have had it with the catch, but then he picked up another 2 or 3 struggling forward to be sure. Carter's been a very solid addition to the Raiders this year. Not only does he catch passes like that, he also is an exceptionally good kicker, and he has kicked a couple of field goals, and he has been almost dead on point afters.
Looks like a receiver with capable hands, and Demons gave him just enough of a cushion to catch that ball and a couple of yards after the catch.
Again, ball low, handoff a little bit later than I think it was supposed to take place. Short gain. That was Stanza again, Mika Stanza.
And again, that was Vayu in the middle of that line, along with Mr. Jones, the senior tackle that seems to be very controlling of the center of the field.
So Arneson brings the play back in. Ball on the ground, and Arneson has to dive on it. That is not going to get it done. That's 3 or 4 straight snaps that Arneson has had trouble with.
If you're going to run shotgun, you've got to have that connection between the quarterback and the center be true. Freiburg is on the drive, controlling the clock. Best way to beat Cony is to keep him off the field. Offensively, you don't want to stall a drive based on a snap between the center and quarterback.
And unfortunately for the Raiders, that has been an ongoing problem, not only this year, but in 2 or 3 past years. Arneson again picks the low snap, but completes this one out to Boone. Boone struggles forward for about 7 or 8 but it's still going to be well short of the first down.
Setting up a fourth down, but it's a makeable fourth down at 7 yards with someone as capable as Ty Boone. Be interesting to see if we see him back in any type of...
I would almost expect it, but Arneson is coming in. And again, the snap there was not particularly well handled. Arneson looking, throwing, incomplete. I think he was looking for Carter on the far sideline, and just wasn't there. So Cony will take over on downs.
That looks like 33. That ball was thrown before the cut, and the cut was about 2 yards too deep. Fortunate that wasn't also picked off. Cony has an opportunity here, if they can sustain a drive, to really put Freiburg back on their heels.
Yeah, 21-0 right now. It's still a situation where Freiburg, if they could score quickly, are right in the game. But you're right. This drive for Cony is critical as they can put these points on the board. Cutting upfield. That was Noise. And it looks like he picked up enough for the first.
Yep, moving the change, another Cony first down. The ball going to be spotted at the 44.
Second man through, but this time there's a wall of white. Short gain.
That was that inside handoff, but they also ran that with motion. Several plays off that motion that you might see here at 2nd and 8.
Cony taking plenty of time. Right now, obviously, the clock is working with Cony, no question about that, even though we're still in the third quarter. There's no reason not to let it run. Warren looking, throwing, complete middle of the field. Robbie Hazelwood brings him down, but not until Clark picks up a big chunk of yardage, and that will move the ball all the way down to about the Freiburg 33.
That formation was set up just the same way they set that bubble screen to Henke during the last series. Held the safety, allowing Clark to come in underneath, wide open. Good throw.
And he stood in the pocket and just waited for that opportunity to get that throw off. Cony moving the ball solidly here. Morin handing off. Was that McMahon? Oh. Yeah. So Colby picks it up. Another first. They're just picking up first downs left and right here, bud.
Yeah, Colby came in, was forced into action back during the Oxford Hills game, sophomore running back, and had a big play on one of the middle bubble screens, and has been showing his willingness to get in, and he runs hard all downhill. If he sees an opening, he hits it very hard. A good change up from with Noise is a little more shifty.
Handoff again is Colton Colby. Kind of hops forward sideways for about 4. Going to be second and 3.
I think Cony's content to play this drive out. They're not in any hurry to score as we're winding down towards the end of the third quarter.
In motion, that was Clark, and we've got whistles all over the place.
Looks like defensive offside.
Yep. just the kind of penalty Freiburg cannot afford to take in this situation. It's going to move the ball 5 yards closer.
You don't want to be giving any free yards away to this offense. I
No.
see Coach Turner is not very happy with that outcome. And now the whole playbook is open.
In motion is Clark again. And quick handoff. This time, nothing there for Noise.
That looks like there was a hole inside and the back chose to kick it to the left. I don't know if he misread that, but Coach Lippert was not very happy with the outcome.
This time motion man is Demmons. And we have another Freiburg offside.
And this one's good for the first down.
Yep.
Looks like they're spotting it first and goal from the 9-yard line.
1:21 left here in the third. 21-0. Cony on top. But much more of a football game than the last time these two teams met. There's a handoff. That is Noise. And he is close, but not in. Ted Carter made the stop. Ball's on the 2.
Cony changed their offensive package. They're bringing in what we call the jumbo, or what they refer to as a deep set. Look for power football right here.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And in is Anderson Noise, and that is Cony's 4th touchdown on the day, and that will bring the score to 27-0, and we'll await the extra point.
Cony has about the second game of the season started going with a series or two with that Wildcat, with Noise at quarterback, splitting out the more on wide right, and it's been effective.
Philip Graham to attempt the point. Kick is up. Kick looks good. Had plenty on it. And that is good. So 28-0 now for Cony with 31 seconds left here in the third. For those of you that are still trying to get this live, I have nothing but apologies, because technically something is still not working. They're working desperately at the studio to get us back onto the air. We were on briefly, and all I can say is I'm an announcer, Bud's an announcer, and we are at the mercy of technology.
Well, with 31.1 to go in the third quarter, Freiburg, I won't say it's over, because as they say, it's never over till it's over, but that's a tough one to overcome.
It is.
There.
That score really put Cony in the driver's seat in this game. They were already, having the pedal down, but that one really gives them control of this football game. Good long boot. That is going to be taken deep. Hazelwood finds some opening. Nice return by Hazelwood out to about the 35-yard line. Watson took him out.
Watson, a starter senior, had 19 solo tackles during one game this year.
Wow.
And he likes to be on that kickoff team.
Freiburg's ability on special teams has been a big plus for them all year long, but obviously Cony's special teams are also strong and up to the task. Boone in motion. Boone turns upfield. Arneson looks, and it is picked off.
15.
Target was going to be Ted Carter, and Arneson put the ball right in there. He forced it in, and unfortunately, he forced it into a red jersey.
I think they're wanting to find Boone, and Boone is probably the best all-around athlete on the field. Maybe Parker Morin is close. However, you can't throw into triple coverage.
No. And it looked to me, watching Boone out of the corner of my eye cutting across the field, that he was far more open than Ted Carter was. But Arneson just didn't see him.
See if Cony goes for the big strike right here. Nope.
Nice penetration by the Raiders there. That was Osafo making the tackle. He was hurt last week, but shook it off, and he's playing this week. And that is the end of the third quarter here at Edward Little. And Cony now has a solid lead, 28-0 over Freiburg with just 12 minutes to play.
Here are some of the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Quinn's Jockey Cap Country Store, your local stop for gas, coffee, lottery tickets, and more on Route 302 in Freiburg. Western Maine Glass on Bridgeton Road in Freiburg, your hometown full-service auto and home glass shop. North Country Dental, with offices in North Conway and Gorham, we'd love to make your smile. The Bike Shop on the North-South Road in North Conway, new and used bicycle sales and service. Fiesta Jalisco Mexican Restaurant, a family restaurant on Route 16 in North Conway, Mexican specialties to eat in or take out. North Country Fair Jewelers, celebrating our 57th year as full-service jewelers on Main Street in North Conway. Intervale Stove Shop, a soft tub, hearth, and HVAC showroom on Route 16 in Intervale. Come home to comfort. Field Electric on Lovell Road in Freiburg. Full-service electrical contractors, including Generac generators and Mitsubishi heat pumps. White Mountain Overhead Doors, 183 Bridgeton Road in Freiburg. Garage door sales, service, and installation. Mount Washington Valley Customs, full-service repairs and pre-owned car and truck sales at 545 Eastman Road in Redstone. Cheese Louise, serving artisan grilled cheese sandwiches with a side of genuine hospitality that'll make you feel right at home. Atlantic Pool and Spa on Route 16 in North Conway. Pools, saunas, and hot tubs, sales and service. Chalmers Insurance Group, your local choice for trusted advice and sound coverage. Visit us at one of our local offices or online at chalmersinsurancegroup.com. Milford Flooring, just a mile north of North Conway Village on Route 16 and 302 in Intervale, specializing in flooring products and installation. True North Veterinary Hospital on Route 302 in Bartlett, reminding you to make sure your pets are protected from fleas and ticks this and every season, and sponsoring the David Doc Walker Scholarship Fund. Delaney's Hole in the Wall Restaurant and Sports Tavern, Route 16 in North Conway, and at delaneys.com. Hastings Law Office, 376 Main Street in Freiburg, celebrating over 175 years of providing principled legal services. Country Cabinets, etc., your kitchen and bath source for the Mount Washington Valley, on the East Conway Road and on the web at countrykabinetsetc.com. White Mountain Oil and Propane, 2820 White Mountain Highway in North Conway. Always there for you. Badger, Peabody, and Smith Realty, with local offices in North Conway and Jackson, and on the web at badgerpeabodysmith.com. Service you deserve, people you trust. Napa MWV, your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores at 738 Eastman Road in Redstone and 285 Main Street in Freiburg. The Country Picker, the trusted name for moving and storage solutions. Call 603-447-3200. Flatbread Company, serving up wood-fired pizzas in North Conway since 2001. And now at their new and improved location on Route 16 next to Delaney's Hole in the Wall.
All right. Fourth quarter action about to begin. Freiburg finds themselves in a big hole. And not only are they in a big hole, they don't have the football. Morin rolling, throwing, complete. Nice play, nice catch by Demons.
Looks like that's about a 12-yard out cross. Demons has caught that ball 100 times over the last 2 years. Sure-handed. Parker Morin throws very well, rolling to his right.
Yeah, and that he was definitely on the move when he threw that football, and he nailed him right in the hands about a yard inside the out-of-bounds line. Very impressive.
That's a designed rollout. Get people moving.
Freiburg brings up an extra man on the line as Colton Colby curls inside. Doesn't pick up much. Cam Blake makes the stop. Fourth down and a little over a yard.
Cony again in that proverbial 4-down territory. Oops.
So fourth and a yard. Quick out. Complete to Clark, and Clark picks up that first down. Thing I'm noticing particularly about Parker Morin is how quickly he gets rid of the ball once he has it. Once he finds his target, it's out of his hands. He's no thinking. He finds his target, he throws.
His vision's improved, his release has improved, and from where he was as a freshman with a dislocated ankle to where he is today, head and shoulders off. I do believe he's one of the best quarterbacks in the state, and his yardage backs it up.
I certainly can see that. This is only the second time I've seen him play this year, but I'm very impressed with the way he throws on the move and how quickly he releases. There. And is that inbounds? Yes, it is. That is going to be a complete touchdown.
No, incomplete.
No, now they're saying no.
The backside official indicated that he trapped the ball on the way down. But a heck of an effort by both Morin and
effort. No question about that. That was and from what I see, we have just gone live. I think they have finally solved the problem 3 quarters into this game.
Look at that.
How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, Rick West, Bud Sargent with you, and feel really bad about what's gone on prior to this. I know how much you were looking forward to watching this game, just as much as we were looking forward to calling it, but unfortunately technology had a different idea. And now that we are live, Bud, we can concentrate on what we're seeing down on the field.
It's been a great game in the sense of, although 28-0 doesn't sound like it, the effort put forth by the Freiburg Raiders has been really solid. They are outmatched, I think, athletically across many, other than maybe Tyboon, but they've really played hard, kept Cony in check a lot of the time.
That was Demons in motion. Quick dump. Nice little dump pass. That's off to Colton Colby. And Colton Colby is in. That's a touchdown for Cony, and that was all Colton Colby.
That was the same middle screen that they ran in the second quarter for a touchdown. Got blown up by Freiburg in the third quarter, but not afraid to go right back to it.
He broke a number of tackles on his way to the end zone there. He actually looked a little like Tyboon on that. And a nice, and again, Parker Morin, just the way he kind of lofted that over the line right into somebody's hands he knew was going to be there. Single extra point attempt by Philip Graham. Holder is Drew Lindquist.
Looked like there was an equipment issue
Yep.
that they allowed to go to the sidelines and let the player fix.
There's a snap. Lindquist gets it down. Kick is up, and it hits the upright. So that one is going to be no good. Ball never got put down properly. The fact he actually got it close enough to hit the upright impressed me.
Yeah, high snap, recovered well, got the ball on the ground, but not enough for the kicker to be comfortable.
Yeah, the timing. Kicking is all timing. It has to be exact, and it wasn't in that case. So Freiburg will get the ball back with 9:44 left here in the fourth.
Rick, I think at this point what Coach Turner is trying to do is build both not only on what he's done this year, but also build for the future. I think you may see some players get into this game being a conference final, but I think he at this point is starting to realize that more than likely the win's not going to happen today, and we need to put something together, give our younger kids a chance to play.
And I agree with that thinking because Freiburg does have a good core nucleus, and I did a got a ball loose, and nice job taking the knee. And once the ball got away from Hazelwood, he did the right thing and took the knee down. I did get a chance to see a lot of the younger players that are going to be freshmen for Freiburg next year in a Western Maine Championship junior high game a couple of weeks ago. And they do have some very strong young players that are going to be coming up onto this football team in the next year or two. So, Freiburg's developing a program. And, of course, being an academy with dorm students, they are never quite sure what they're going to get from year to year from the dorm student skills. Mm-hmm. And last year, obviously, we got some great dorm student skills. Long pass downfield. Hazelwood has it. And he's going to break free. Robbie Hazelwood is in for the touchdown. I'm looking for yellow, and I don't see it. Arneson to Hazelwood, and give Robbie Hazelwood all the credit in the world. He had to go up for that. He was hassled while he was trying to bring it down. He came down with it on his feet and then moved another 30 yards for the score.
That's one of the best balls I've seen Hazelwood throw. Demons got caught, I think, a little flat-footed on that release.
Yep.
The ball did hang in the air a little bit, but the Hazelwood made a great effort getting to that ball and then maintaining his balance and getting into the end zone.
He is one of those unsung players for the Freiburg Raiders that has performed well all year. They just haven't been able to get him the ball as much as they'd like, and we have a whistle as Carter's going for the extra point.
Flag.
Yep. It's against the Raiders. Too many men in the huddle.
Yeah, illegal participation.
Okay, that's an interesting call. You don't get that one every day. So that'll back up the point after attempt by 5 yards. For Carter, that should not be a serious problem. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Good boot.
So the Raiders get on the board with 9:31 left. It is 34-7, Cony over Freiburg. And it's just been one of those games for the Raiders where they came here, they knew they were in for a battle, and they were up for it. It's just you can only do so much against a team that has so many weapons as the Cony Rams do. Now, Bud, let's look ahead to next week as far as Cony's potential opponents from Class B South.
Well, with 9:31 left, I don't certainly want to say this one's over because it's been around long enough to many funny things can happen on a football field.
True.
Is it Kennebunk? Is it Westbrook?
That's the question. Now, how do you feel Cony will fare against those two clubs?
Kennebunk defensively, what I've seen this year is very, very stout. I still don't know if they've got the defensive skill in the backfield to go with Cony's vaulted passing attack. And if Cony wins that football game, I believe it'll be through Morin's arm.
Ball loose on the ground, picked up, and out to the 20. Actually, after they dropped the football, the fact they got out to the 20 isn't too bad. That was, looks like number 7, St. Ange.
Yep.
That made that.
We do have a penalty.
Yes, we do.
St. Ange is back this week after missing a couple of weeks due to a shoulder injury. May have something to do with that dropped kickoff.
But he had enough time to recover it and still pick up some yardage. Unlike, say, Hazelwood back down at the other end, who realized he just had to get down on the ball.
Yep.
Referees talking it over.
Not sure what the zebra discussion is. They've been pointing in both teams' direction.
I can tell you from a broadcaster's standpoint, the zebras can be very confusing at times. Some crews are very, very good at giving the signals, showing, what's going on. Others, let's talk about it. This is what's happening. Here's where the ball goes.
Got a hold.
Yep. So it is a hold.
Offsetting. So you had Cony with the live ball hold, and then you had Freiberg with the dead ball personal foul.
Which is going to be a 5-yard gain for Cony when you clear the smoke.
Many years ago, while they were officiating, someone once told me, just sell the call.
I like it.
You just sell the call.
Yep, I like it. Rams to the line. 3 wideouts, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. But it's a handoff. That goes to number 24, Carter Ridke. No, they take that. It's Colton Colby. Looked like 24, but from up here, our old eyes, Bud, aren't as good as they used to be. Though I will say, for the most part, Cony's numbers are pretty easy to read. I've seen teams where it was like, I can't read that. It's not possible.
A couple of years back, Lawrence had the light white and then lightish gray numbers, and as soon as the lights come on, you could not read their numbers. Fortunately, they were able to get those changed for the last 2 years.
2nd and 5. Another handoff to Colby.
Looks like he's about 2 yards short,
I would agree.
setting up 3rd and 2.
And the clock is ticking. At this point, Cony really has no reason to put the ball in the air unless it is to make a first down from a fair distance. They just want to see that clock tick.
That being said, you've seen a couple of different times tonight where they'll run that swing pass just like a pitch out.
Very true. I'd probably have seen it a couple more if I wasn't trying desperately to get things going, but it was out of my hands. We just didn't realize it.
That's another gift by the Freiburg Raiders.
Yep.
Got to be disciplined on that defensive line. Watch the ball. I was fortunate enough many, many, many years ago to play for the late, great John Wilkram.
Ah, yes.
And if you watch a coach want to go ballistic if you make a mental mistake in a game. Physical mistake, and you're working hard, so be it.
Great man, John Wolfgram. Recently passed. You and I both had him in a variety of ways at Gardner High School back in the mid-'70s. Just a super guy.
Yeah, John came to the program after the year before the program had gone 0-10 and not even a shadow's chance of winning a game. And he had taught us that you got to learn to win. And I had no idea as a 17-year-old what he's talking about. You play the game, you're going to win or you lose, but it's a mindset. And over the next 8 to 10 years, John changed that mindset at Gardner, then carried forward.
And to the point of a state championship.
2.
One, for Gardner. Yeah, 2. Colton Colby again. It was 1st and 15. There was a penalty against Cony the previous play, and he gains about 2, so it's going to be 2nd and 13.
Yeah, the previous play was a 2-man in motion procedure penalty.
Rolling. Morin throwing on the run and complete. I think he's in bounds. He looked to me like he pulled that down.
14.
I mean, you can't get any closer to being out of bounds with that foot than he was, but that looked to me like it was in bounds. Beautiful catch, beautiful throw. He loves to roll out and throw.
That was same formation that they ran earlier to Demons, and then the difference was they allowed that the second receiver, being 10 yards deeper, caught the ball while they were concentrating on the under receiver.
So 1st and 10.
Look for Henke out wide. Also.
Colby. Good stop. Brought down by Charlie Scott. He's been maybe the most unsung yet consistent player on Freiburg's defensive line all year. He's one of the biggest kids they've got out there, but he just does his job very quietly, very efficiently, and they're going to have him for another year. He is only a junior. There are some exceptionally good juniors on this Freiburg team, so I don't think they're going to go away anytime soon. That is Cooper Clark, and he gets down inside the 10.
That Twins right allows Cooper to cut back inside. Demons had a nice block on the corner, pinning him to the sidelines, allowing Cooper to gain that extra 10 to 12 yards. That's a preset play that they've run for years at Cony.
I can't recall off the top of my head a team that picks up as many big yardage plays so consistently as this Cony Rams team does.
Athletically, they have the talent and weapons to do that.
Handoff is to Colby. He cuts, and he is very close to that goal line. I think he's down by about a yard.
Looks like he's just inside the 2.
Yep.
Cony has a capability of being methodical, just what you're seeing here, with the run, quick pass, and drive the ball down the field, taking 6 minutes or so off the clock, or they can strike from anywhere on the field, and that's what makes them effective.
Just so many weapons from one side of the field to the other. You never really know who's going to get the ball and do damage.
It's very hard defensively to zone in one man or stop one man because there's somebody else open.
And Morin is just expert at finding what he needs. And speak of the devil. Beautiful fake, and Morin goes in.
From the shotgun, it's very tough a lot of times to run that inside fake or counter fake, and Morin did that exceptionally well. And obviously with this drive, where Colby's handled the ball 7 out of the last 9 times, everyone thought Colby would get it one more time. Beautiful play.
It was a well-executed play, no doubt about that. Going for the single extra point here again is Philip Graham. No, they're going to go for 2.
Right there, he's open.
And we have a flag on the goal line. I just looked up quickly, and it looked like they were setting up for the single extra point, but no. Still trying to do too many things at once.
Either they picked the flag up or an eligible receiver downfield had someone within the line more than a yard beyond.
Which is awful easy to do when you're that close. So 4:11 left here in this game. Cony is up 40-7. yes, strange things could happen, but I think we have seen pretty much the end of Freiburg Academy's season to this point. I think pride might take them to another score. That would certainly be something they could hang their hat on.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Anyone that can play at this level to get to the conference final 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. Last year, they managed to get past it and beat Herman in the state championship game. But this year, they're going to have to settle for something else. Boone on the return, as they said. And Boone gets away, does what Ty Boone does. Just when you think you've got him, you don't. And he picks up about 20 extra yards after everybody thought he was going to be gone. He gets out past the 50.
Exceptional athlete, very elusive. I thought one time seeing Ty Boone in an 8-man league, he would have 1,000 yards.
Oh.
He just is very elusive, keeps very balanced on the field with his head up.
Yep.
Runs well.
There was a play in last year's championship game against Herman where from about the 20-yard line, they handed off to Boone, and he literally was almost touched by every Herman player on the field, and none of them actually got a hand on him. Not one. And he went in for the score. Handoff goes to Cony Pan. That is a rarity, to say the least. He is a freshman. I think that may be the first carry I've seen him make all year long. So your comment that maybe Coach Turner's getting some of these young kids in there is accurate.
That was Vayu on the tackle again. He's had an outstanding night supporting that corner. Very important for Cony and the alignment they play with that 3-down linemen to have their linebackers active and coming up and supporting that run. You don't see many teams being able to run wide on this team.
Arneson with Boone in motion. Arneson looking, rolls out, throws deep.
That's trouble.
And off the hands and into the hands of Cooper Clark. And Clark has a lot of running room and gets...
Still going,
yeah. He turns and is finally brought down about the 31-yard line. He wanted to go all the way, and he was looking for any excuse to find a hole here, a hole there. Finally, it closed in on him, but the ball went off the hands, I think, of a Cony player and into the hands of Clark.
Yeah, that one was trouble right from the release, throwing into double coverage, and had the tip, the return, and Cooper, the last 7 yards, went horizontally, but he was just looking for that opening, and he's another one of those tough nut kids.
And now we are seeing...
That looks at it's a point of the reception,
that's
but I'm
about
not sure
where he
why
picked
it was
it
put
off. I wonder did he step out of bounds, possibly, at the 5?
Didn't appear from here, but or that he even dropped down to one knee, but that's where they're starting from.
That's a possibility, too. They considered him down just after he caught the ball. So Cony now has a long way to go. But, it really doesn't hurt them. It means they can hold on to the ball that much longer. And with 2:40 left here, all they have to do is get another first down, and they should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, Coach Tyler does have his 3 timeouts in his arsenal if he wants them. Yep. I'm not sure he wants to at this point. I think he's running some other players into the game. Cony's looking just to protect the ball. 2 hands on the ball. Make sure that you've got ball control. Nobody wants to fumble at this point. Unless you're Freiburg.
Yeah. Again, to the left, as we've commented all night. Gain of about 4, maybe 5.
Going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Stanza brought him down. Mika playing both sides of the ball. Another junior that's going to be back next year.
There'll be an awards presentation at the end of tonight's contest. We invite you all to please stay for that.
Third and 3. And a whistle. And a Cony timeout.
Cony calls time. 6 remaining.
I don't think Coach felt he had the right personnel on the field for what he wanted to do. He's bringing in one of his wide receivers.
And down in, around the 10-yard line, the last thing he wants is a mistake, even though it wouldn't make any difference in the final outcome.
Well, Coney's been here 2 out of the last 3 years, and I don't think they want any slip-ups or chances. They want to get ready. This is an unfinished business game for them.
Gotcha.
To get there, they had the opportunity until the senior group went down 2 years ago, still made it to the conference final, and got beat by a very good Lawrence team with that triple option group they had up there at that point. Came back last year. I think they thought they lost the game versus being beat. But this year, they've been hitting on all cylinders. They started in February lifting as a group. They stayed with it. And they like each other. A solid group of kids.
That's important. That
seniors
a
have grown
football
up.
team works together, likes each other. You're going to play that much better on the field.
Yeah, supporting each other.
Third and a long 3 here. Hand off by
Nothing
Morin.
fancy. That's the first down.
That is going to be a first down. Yes, just clearing that first down mark.
On the tackle, enough for a Rams first down.
It's good to see St. Ange getting onto the field again because he was a critical part of this team early. Noyes came up and took over some of his snaps, but then he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And so to have him back out on the field is terrific.
I remember the Cony game that Freiburg was at, Cony. A number of your quality players got hurt during that game and were out for a week or two.
Got nicked up.
Yep.
You saw Demmons has a reoccurring knee injury where he actually dislocated his kneecap. That's the second time that's happened to him, and that happened in that game.
45 seconds left. All they have to do now is take a knee, and this one is pretty much going to be in the books. They're going to take as much time as they can. They do come to the line. 20 seconds. They take the knee, and that is going to do it. Bud, your Cony Rams have taken the conference against the Freiburg Academy Raiders.
Here are some of the sponsors who make this broadcast possible. Osgood's Engine and Automotive, 330 Bridgeton Road in Freiburg, specializing in all outdoor equipment and automotive repairs. Knapp's Pest Control, a full-service Maine pest control company licensed to treat for all kinds of insects and wildlife. The Lobster Trap Restaurant, seafood, steaks, Italian, on West Side Road in North Conway. Mount Washington Valley Vision, providing complete eye care services at 486 White Mountain Highway in Conway. We bring vision to life. Nestor's Kitchen and Bath, cabinets, counters, installations, and design. Find us on Route 16 in Intervale and at nestorskitchenandbath.com. Craig L. Holden, attorney at law, with offices at 1107 Main Street in Freiburg. The Met, Coffee House and Fine Art Gallery in North Conway Village and Settlers Green. Meet at the Met. Cathedral Ledge Medical Associates, primary, pain, and urgent care at their new location, 53 Technology Lane, Suite 105. The doctor will see you now. Conway Scenic Railroad in North Conway Village, offering a variety of heritage railroad excursions the whole family will enjoy. Conway Stove Company and the Chimney Man on Route 16 in Conway. The higher the chimney, the closer we are to heaven. Vino's Specialty Foods and Meats, a family-owned butcher shop with fresh-cut meats and gourmet to go on Route 16 in North Conway. Minuteman Press in North Conway and on the web at ncmmp.com. Settlers Green in North Conway. Value shopping and so much more. North Conway Incinerator Service on Horseshoe Drive in Center Conway, celebrating more than 45 years of business in the Mount Washington Valley. Bees Cafe, open Thursday through Monday and serving breakfast and lunch all day in the Conway Marketplace. Diesel Works, heavy equipment, truck repair, bad boy mowers, and Fisher plows on East Conway Road in Center Conway. Profile Subaru on Route 16 in Conway. We'll give you more than a better deal. We'll give you a better dealer. Domino's in North Conway and Berlin. Much more than just pizza, and now hiring. Visit jobs.domino's.com for more information. Infinger Insurance, home, auto, and business insurance, with offices at 1205 Eastman Road in North Conway. Freiburg Dental Center on Portland Street in Freiburg, striving to serve our community with pride, integrity, and excellence. Ryan Mahan and Saco Valley Real Estate. Freiburg Raiders, play hard, and the community stands behind you. Progressive Auto Works on Route 302 in Glen, specializing in foreign car service for over 25 years. Flatbread Company, serving up wood-fired pizzas in North Conway since 2001, and now at their new and improved location on Route 16 next to Delaney's Hole in the Wall.
Congratulations to the Rams, an outstanding game for them. No great surprise in the long run that this was the outcome of this game, but all in all, I think it was a much better football game than the previous time these two teams met.
I think where Freiburg was in the middle of the season and how they looked a little bit discombobulated to where they ended up is terrific. I think they played both with grit and determination. They weren't certainly thinking they were going to get beat when they came on. The move with Ty Boone to quarterback certainly made a difference with that, but there was no quit in them, and they shouldn't. I know they're going to feel bad because nobody likes to lose, but they lost to a pretty good team.
They sure did, and I think they are all well aware of just how good Cony is. I haven't seen a team yet this year that is probably capable of beating Cony on the football field, to be honest with you.
Even the Oxford Hills game that ended up with a one-score game, Cony was up in that game 21-0
right
early in the game and let them back in as a Class A school. But you're looking at a group of kids who only had one game where they played the total game as starters, if you will. The other 9 games, they didn't finish on the field because they were either into running time or the score was such. So, I mean, you're looking at a team that's put up total yards of over 4,100 heading into this game. Moran himself throwing for 2,250 yards. You've got multiple receivers that are into that 500 to 700 yard category. So it wasn't like they had the one superstar, they had them spread out. So it was kind of a pick your poison from the defensive end, and I think that's what Freiburg had to deal with. Who are they going to stop?
Anytime you have a team that is, to some degree, as I've said before, a one-trick pony, which is kind of what Freiburg was with Ty Boone. They did have some very good other players. Ted Carter, Robbie Hazelwood, Mika Stanza, Merrick Iacozoli, Truls Wenley. And, there's talent on this team, just not that kind of talent. And there's nothing to be ashamed of about that.
In this week's Central Maine newspaper, they had an article concerning the guys up front, and Mr. Vayu, Mr. Cox, LaJoy Jr., and then the 2 Joneses. Those kids put such a commitment into the weight room. There weren't many times that anybody controlled that line of scrimmage, and there's a reason why the quarterback can sit back and wait for a receiver to run 35 yards, because he has the time. So I think a lot of times he has Parker Moran, Mr. Demons, several of the other kids, Hinkie, etc., Cooper Clark, get the accolades, but without those 5 horses up front.
Right.
So they are complete, and won't even talk about the defensive.
Oh yeah,
the
the offensive line never gets enough credit for what a team does, what kind of success it has, and that is something that I'm glad to hear you mention. And of course, you're an old football guy, so offensive line, they really do make the team go. It's that simple. You just may not know their names, you don't think about it, but they're the guys that make it happen for the running backs, the quarterback to do their jobs and make exciting plays. So, end of the season for the Freiburg Raiders, and Cony will continue to move on in Class B, probably Westbrook or Kennebunk, and they're playing tonight, I believe, as well. And
so we should know the opponent within the hour.
I would think so.
Because we started a little earlier.
Yep. So Cony will find out who they're going to be facing next week, and we'll go from there. But I cannot apologize enough for the technical problems that we experienced tonight. It was certainly not in my playbook. And I really would have enjoyed doing all 4 quarters with you, and I know people are disappointed that they did not get to see the first 3 quarters of this football game. But we will be running the entire game on the Freiburg Academy YouTube channel and on Valley Vision, probably within the next 48 hours or so, and we'll go from there. But I hope we get a chance to do this again, maybe next year.
That would be fun.
It would indeed.
I received a text message from a valued family member that said, I broke the internet.
You and my wife could break anything, I guess.
Thank you for the opportunity. It was a lot of fun.
But it was so much fun hanging out with you tonight, and it was just unfortunate that things did not go as well as they were planned, and a lot of people worked very hard to get this game on the air, and a technical glitch that nobody anticipated prevented it from happening. So, for Alan Phoenix up on top, who's probably frozen to his camera by now because it is cold here tonight. Bill Edmonds back in the studio, who worked furiously to try and make this happen, and finally did get it going, but it was a struggle. And everyone else who's had anything to do with Freiburg Academy football and broadcasting Freiburg Academy football this year, Dave Sartori, IT guy at Freiburg. I'm Rick West. We will see you next time on Freiburg Academy Raider Sports.